Here today.
Well, people from these people's countries came and fought for us.
Yeah, not for us. It was a world war. You fought for yourselves.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. That shows your ignorance. They did not.
So don't try and confront me with your self-rubbish.
No, you fucking rubbish, though.
That's it.
What? Ain't my fault you ain't taking your deal there for a week, yeah?
Nobody forces you to come here. I'd like you to turn up sober one of these days. It would be a real treat.
Listen, I'll work and I'll get money. Well,
yeah, that's what you spend it on. So you're still not worthy of anything, are you?
Now, if you're my mother, I'll get it done for American.
If I'd been your mother, I would have knocked the hide a few years ago.
I'll lag you by a
You would have been teetotal, I can tell you that much now.
What a horrifying thought of her as your mother. Can you imagine? All of this bitterness and this...
Excuse me. Last Saturday just gone, we went to a nightclub, she was in the nightclub going, and the big up, beep-bop, beep. Beep-bop, beep-bop. She was dancing on the floor going, yeah.
Is this true?
Last night, yeah.
Shame! Shame!
Were you dancing with this chap?
Were you guilty? Do you really think I'm going to say anything to you lot? Believe what you like, you're the one.
Well, this chap says you were there.
She's not denying it!
That's why you're being given notice to quit. Truth means nothing to you. Character means nothing to you. As long as you can have a laugh. As long as you can be entertained.
Yeah, actually, it's quite good here. No,
when you've got no clothes on your back, no food on your belly, no safety.
No food on my belly.
Let's see what you're made of then. You men will be lumps of jelly when the time comes.
Yeah, she better you, jelly man.
You should be wearing skirts, most of you now, anyway.
Lumps of jelly.
To wear trousers.
Then what about the Queen?
What does that mean?
She's
I don't
not English.
understand that one.
No.
What are you saying about the Queen?
Don't talk to me about your fabricated version.
Now, what about the Queen?
I'm not interested.
Should we check the Queen and buy you a Queen?
God Almighty didn't create politics, the godless did. All you are are political pawns.
Well, they ain't going anywhere. They're all here to stay. So you can
tell somebody who's interested. I'll come here to talk. Get over yourselves.
Why are you shaking?
Sad lies.
How do you know it's sad?
I'm looking at you.
Isn't it
I'm listening to you.
Well, I think it's quite jovial, actually.
Well, you would in your world, it would be.
It's a lot more happy than your life.
In your world, it would be. Well, like is
I mean, I'm not all bitter and twisted like you, am I?
You haven't got the guts.
What, to be bitter and twisted?
Of course not.
That's up your
Just
Irish,
poison
man.
instead.
Go back to Ireland.
Get away from me.
Nothing wrong with the Irish.
This chap is from Ireland.
Well, if he says from Ireland, she'll tell him, go back to Ireland.
Just deal with some truth for a change, will you?
I'm going to check you out, we're going to play this yet, I don't know.
You were created to live in truth. You're going to be judged in truth. And all this patter and drivel you give to each other while you hide what's going on inside in your own darkness, it's all going to be exposed. Sooner and sooner, as everything you think that you can trust in collapses. You want to put your trust in the wrong direction, you go down with it. Politics is finished, religion's finished, money is finished, man is finished.
Money, politics are all finished.
Whatever you create, you come in with nothing and you're going out with nothing, and the more trappings you create, the more you trap yourself.
Are you going out with anything?
Who pays you to say this?
That's your world.
Not going out with him, are you?
That's your
There's no way you could earn money doing this, so someone must be paying you.
Money was created by man.
Go down and show off. I'm phoning Saturday night, show off.
Life is wonderful, no matter how much you have. I'm talking about life, you don't know anything about it. Oh, of course, you people. You know that's what I despise about you people the most. You will not acknowledge that you do not know. Your world is the be-all and end-all of everything. And that is why you are so self-destructive and destructive of anything that seeks truth.
I think you're lost in the bottom of a test tube.
What do you define as truth?
Look, you're the one who likes to talk.
Well, you're doing the talking.
Yes, and not for a conversation with you. To speak out.
To speak out.
I'm not interested in your pathetic IQ. I'm not interested in your pathetic IQ level. If you want to be trapped in your body, then that's what you'll be.
It just goes too far. Anyway,
You godless, you're the one who's got all the blood on your hands for the starving, the wars, the tyranny, the slavery, the sickness, the disease.
Here's your money, now.
Because you chose to play God yourself.
Make nasty little people.
No, that's her old man there. Look, fucking hell.
And all you can do is call them names, you stupid,
No, I said
useless
nasty. I didn't use it.
you're calling him a name now.
That's right, and all they do is stand there, nothing in them.
What do you want us to do? Fall over?
Well, it would be nice to see
Oh yes, you're so good at the nastiness. I mean, it's incredible. Yeah, I mean, the fence is behind you. Why don't you stand on the other side and lean over it? You know, it'd be a great picture.
all mouth, aren't you?
Yes, no, not all, just most.
Like I said, that's why you men should be wearing skirts and all tall. You're like bitchy women.
No, nothing bitchy about me, darling.
Negative females, that's what most men are now. That's why time's up. Do you really think the Almighty can use you to fight against darkness? Because you are the darkness.
On religion.
What's your mouth? Nobody's forcing you to stay there. It could be a last day on earth.
This is Speaker's Corner. Watch the shoot.
Yes, not the circus. You might be the moron. But this is Speaker's Corner addressing life and reality of this country. Not for the foreign wanderers who've got nothing else to do when they could be making a Speaker's Corner in their own country.
Why?
That's part of your own
This is
journey.
their country.
Whatever you enjoy in another man's land and you don't have it for
There's not
your
Speaker's
own
Corner
people,
without us.
then you are responsible for robbing your own people.
If you get that, you're really...
There's nothing about anybody standing here that I would ever apologise to. Because you are not worthy of walking this earth here.
How do you know? You don't know one single thing about any of these people. How can you possibly
All that's
say
going on is egotism.
Ego required. Egotism.
Ego's not required actually, your ego's your own worst enemy.
Well, without an ego, you're not really much.
But you choose it. There is a higher self within everyone, but you bow down to the one that puts you in place and makes you feel good.
What is
The
that?
higher self challenges the ego. Because the higher self represents the spiritual unseen world. But you're dragged down to the physical world where you want to appear big.
You're talking about
And as a consequence, all you appear as little people who are terrified of taking on the higher
It's all
power.
about size.
appear to who?
It's little, not enough. Got you. Excuse me, you don't know English, do you? This is
Well, unlike you, I'm not tied
You're
down to
stuck in a
words.
tabloid newspaper.
No, I'm not trapped in my IQ level or my sense of
four.
English language. So desperate to prove
Speaker's
yourself.
Corner, if you can't speak English,
London,
you've got
England, you're a foreigner here.
I am not a foreigner.
Oh, here
I
we
speak
go again.
English, unlike you.
Here we go again. All these people in denial about who they really are.
So what are you then? Are you for British?
British is a political title. If you're going to speak, use the word
What
right.
are you then? Go on.
Not accountable to you.
I think you are the foreigner here.
What am
Dan.
I then? If I'm from Britain, I'm allowed to speak here, or does it not work like that? Should I go?
No, you're just a typical political slave.
What do you think this place is? What do you think
Claiming
politics
your
is?
rights.
You're standing on a ladder.
Physically, this is England.
I mean, that's not
And
mental
I'm
illness, then
English,
it must
so
be
I'm allowed
politics.
here.
No.
Why am I not allowed here then? Why should you be here and not me?
No, it's just you're not English, you're anybody's.
Well, what are you then?
Why are you then?
You're enemy. You're enemy. You have no loyalties except your own cosy little clubs that you're part of. Because that's your way of life. Going through life is easily and self-assured.
I'm quite sure you're doing nothing alive, Dan.
But you're traitors. Traitors to everything that this country has ever represented and fought
Excuse
for.
me, I don't know what you're supporting, so what are we traitors to?
Can you explain that?
What is this country?
No, find
What are you supporting? What did your father do during the war?
No, find out. I was talking to her.
No, but you're standing here.
No, I was talking to her. I was talking to her. Not about what you
during the war.
You are trying to prove a point the same way.
No, I'm not trying to prove the point. I'm answering her question.
Well, I want to know what
I don't care what you want. You're nothing
your
to
point
me.
is not valid if you're not going to say
Fine, but I'm not here to argue.
Why, like a politician, do you not answer questions?
I was talking to her. So mind your manners. I'm talking to her.
Probably not even English by now.
Of course you're friends. Of course you are. You're joined in the stupid hips.
You've got to think about
Like I said. Like I said, English you're not, you're anybody's. You're broken nobody's.
So what are you then?
This is not about me, I'm talking to you. You open your mouth and
No, what are you then?
No, I'm not here for a conversation with you. You want a slanging match? Go to school playground.
What are you here for then? If you're not here to talk to us.
If you don't get it, sorry, you better leave.
Well, nobody gets it.
Well, this is not the classroom. You might be a stupid pupil, but I'm not paid to make you clever.
You're not
I bet
And I'm not your love, don't patronise me, you bitch.
sorry.
There's no need for that, Diane.
Yes, there is.
She talks like this to everybody, this
Yes, there
person.
is. A bitch is a negative female, exactly what I'm dealing with here, more man than woman.
She's English, Diane.
You insult
No.
man, you
Oh,
insult
no.
younger
Oh no,
women.
it's not ambitious enough.
Anybody can be biologically of a race, but you have to live that race. And if you don't live that race, then you are not of that race. You're anybody.
Just by climbing on a
That is why you're being wiped out. God created the races with all their different character, personality, and a homeland to look after. You've thrown that all away. And now you cling on to your races when it suits you, but you have nothing to do with the reality of what you were created to be.
What on earth are
And
you
that's
on
why I
about?
called you global nobodies.
No word.
Why did God make all this
Oh, she
for?
wears toast, eh?
So have they got to all be more like you then?
I'm not answering overall.
Yeah, but nobody understands what the hell you're talking about.
In that sense, you'll
Look out, here's your Brenner.
It's a hard dog
I
chop.
remember you in The King and I.
It's a hard dog chop.
Going back to open your mouth and have an opinion, don't demonstrate you understand.
So if you go to Morocco,
She
who's
could
going
be
to
your
treat
Deborah
her?
I
Carr.
am talking about something that's going to go right down into you, beyond today, down into the essence of who you are. And all you can do is give you the
Well, then
claptrap.
start saying it.
I don't deal on your terms. Right? You don't. Look around you. Look around you.
It's a doctor.
It's a hard dog chop.
Everybody here is an individual.
I'm not.
You don't apart from
Or supposed to be. Nobody's a spokesman here. I'm talking to individuals. If you haven't got the guts to be an individual, don't you dare and try and be a spokesman for
Yeah, well, I
anybody
want to
else.
see you being an individual. I haven't seen it yet.
What you want is no interest to me.
Put some trousers
Well,
on.
it would be nice.
Typical Aussie mongrel. Typical Aussie mongrel. Anything. Sexless, raceless, characterless.
South African.
Well, the Tower of
All the same. All the
Well,
same. American, Canadian, white South African, Australians, New Zealand. Global outlaws.
So tell us what your father did during the war.
Do I look as if it's any of your business?
Which war? The Boer War?
It's our business.
What
In
your
your
father
little
did
world,
to
you're
the Boer
accountable
War?
to each other. Like I said, joined at the hip. Have you ever heard the words, mind your own business?
Tell us what your father
I'm not
did
asking
during
you
the
any
war.
personal
Simple
questions.
Yeah, but she gets started
What
singing
did your
now.
father do in the
We're all
war?
here to listen, so start
Hold on,
speaking.
hold on. What did your father do in the
You
war?
won't tell us, will you?
The Boer War.
Why?
Shut up. What did your father do in
Is
the
it
war?
because you're not what you
Boer War.
I've said all I need to say.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
What was he in
No,
terms
I'm
of being
sorry
a
that you can't get the
Nazi?
message.
No, there is no
Was he in
message.
terms of being a Nazi?
Message is you're a failed
Hello,
politician.
shut up. What did your father do in the war?
Yeah.
Intern for being a Nazi. Was he intern? She's not denying
Look
it.
at the crowd that I've brought you.
Well, she does
Welcome every one of them. The whole lot of them together is not making one worthwhile person.
Excuse me?
You can always tell a politician because they don't answer the question.
Politics is finished.
No!
Religion is
You are the
finished.
embodiment
Money is
of
finished.
politics.
And you know it is because you're seeing it collapsing all around you and you're still pretending
don't
you're
tell
in
us
charge.
that.
That's why I'm here to warn you to wake up. If you don't wake up, don't bother me with your tedious talk. Don't bore each other to death.
Yeah. No, you're boring.
Is that your bodyguard?
It's one of your least entertaining speeches so far.
Well, just because you don't have much of a life.
No, because it's really boring.
Life is what you make it.
Yeah.
And most of you are boring people with little minds, little focus, and little...
And look what she's made of her life!
Well, the difference is, unlike you, I really couldn't care less what you think of me. Because
No, actually, I think you'll find that we couldn't care really less what you think about any subject.
What people think of you is the important thing. Because that's what you are, trapped in this world. Not one of you is going to guarantee you're going to see this day out.
Stand up!
You're not going nicely to sleep. And everything you should have addressed while you were here is going to reach you, meet you, and take you right into an area that you could have been prepared for and chose not to do. There is no heaven, there is no hell. You are creating your own life by your own way. And most of you, in your earthbound, godless mentality, are going into darkness.
Yeah, well, what we need is...
And all the good things you should have appreciated and given thanks for will not be there, because you didn't give thanks for them when you had the chance to.
No member of Al-Qaeda or something.
You like to think I hate you. Creating for yourselves, but that's your choice.
What are you creating for yourself?
Look, will you mind your own business?
Another unanswered question.
Look, you can always tell the sad people.
You know what she's just ready for herself? One day she's going to learn to be able to do all of the buttons up without the first go.
You're such a bitch.
Actually, where's
Do you really think
Did you do your sandals up for yourself today?
you are a 21st century version of puppet? You know how everything's becoming robotized? Well, that's you. Take the science, the technology, and the wiring away, and what are you? Dummies.
Yeah, 17th century version then.
Well, believe me, they had a lot more to be proud of themselves for than you lot do.
The pox!
You're parasites, you lot. You've done nothing.
Dying of toothache.
Paris here.
That's why everything's being taken from you. You've given nothing, and everything's being taken
You
back.
come here to see us every week. Don't you think you've learned yet?
Don't flatter yourselves. I know you need to, but that's not my problem.
Beer.
You're getting personal, you're not stating your argument.
You are people, you stupid moron.
She never states her
You
argument.
open your mouth, you're a person opening your mouth, I'll deal with you accordingly. I know. That's the way it goes. And am I stopping you?
Yes, you are. You're trying to stop me.
Oh, I'm not being nice to you.
When are you going to grow up?
Well, leave the stupid moron.
A 5-year-old
You're standing here talking about rubbish.
Well, you
I'm
will.
pitying you like you said you were pitying me, so...
No, okay. Can we agree to differ?
What is your point? Exactly, no point.
Well, leave it. Leave here. I am not a teacher.
Pointless.
Any teacher
We're glad you are not a
will tell
teacher.
you now that if the pupils are stupid, there's nothing they can do about it. Now
A bad workman blames her tools.
you are trapped in the physical world.
Oh yeah?
And you're not here physically.
Yeah,
You are spiritual beings.
She's not here mentally either.
You are pieces of meat. That is not the human condition. The human condition is physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual.
Is that what you are then?
Without those addressed in the wholeness, then you are nothing but pieces of meat. How do I expect you to understand? However, that is not my responsibility. My responsibility was to warn you of the road you are on. Nothing else. I don't have a bleeding heart for you. You are responsible for how you choose to live. It's you who think you carry the world on your shoulders and you can't even look out for yourselves. I'm warning you, you come in alone, you go out alone. And that's why I'm addressing you as individuals.
Have you got everyone to live with? Have you got everything you've ever wanted?
Shut up and mind your own business. I come here as a speaker. Listen to my words.
You haven't said anything. There's nothing to listen to.
Then don't let me keep you. I don't dance to your tunes.
Why not?
Because you are nothing to me.
It's all about dancing.
You are the problem in the world. You are the problem of the world. That's why I come here to confront you. And to remind you, it's not your world. Never has been. There's no safety in numbers. And the mob mentality is your own destruction. And what you make with it is not my problem. But you are the problem of what's happening to this earth. You pieces of meat who think everything's just here for you.
We're here for you.
And I'm not prepared to deal with stupidity.
You're not prepared to deal with anything.
Let's go home, let's go home.
Oh, where are you going now? Oh, come on.
I don't talk to brick walls.
You're taking them. Oh, you annoyed her.
No. Time is a gift and I don't waste it on the use of brick wall.
Oh, you're getting up again.
Who said that?
Is it all to do with...
That's your world. Oh, get rid of them.
Teacher.
I still don't know what your world is then.
So you're stupid, that's not my problem.
You haven't said anything.
No, you haven't understood anything. Take responsibility for it.
I get my...
It might surprise you to know that plenty of people do come here and understand what I'm saying. The difference is, they're so busy listening, they keep their mouths shut. That's why I have no tolerance with your kind.
So you're not...
I don't come here week by week to deal with mobs like you. I come here week by week to deal with individuals who understand what I'm saying. They make my day worthwhile. You, well, I'll meet you on your judgment day.
Madam, this young woman here is asking you questions, trying to understand.
I don't care.
But you're showing you don't
care. So she'll have to get over it.
She's actually interested in you, but you're not even giving her the opportunity
I don't care. There's a crowd around here. This is not individual.
Do you want me to stand on my own and ask you then? Will that change it? Should I stand in the middle and ask you what are you...
No, you've proved that you'd waste my time.
So why are you here?
You always waste their time. You always colour their hair.
Are you looking for voters?
Get the message. I'm not accountable to you for why I'm here anything. I ask you to listen to me. You choose to give me your opinion, to mock and scoff. That's fine. But it's nothing to do with me. You bear the responsibility. Don't you dare try and make me accountable.
Say sorry.
You need her back. Please, you need her back. Say sorry.
Say sorry. Sorry to her. The way you behave to her.
She's not even here.
Oh, no, you suck it down.
I don't call you a sinner. I don't use well, don't talk about what I say. I don't use the word sinner.
He's fucking German. A fuck up family.
Do you have any grandchildren?
Mind your own business. I come here as a speaker. Totally impersonal. What is it with your sad little touchy-feely world that you have to know people's history before you talk to them? You're so absolutely disgusting and insecure.
Then stand here and speak. If you are
I have spoken. You hadn't a clue. That's your problem.
I have been here from the moment you started.
Do you know a secret?
Same thing applies. Same thing applies. And guess what? People like you at 10 and pennies, they come here to say the same thing. But you're the ones who are pieces of meat with nothing going on.
We're not pieces of meat, we're well-educated students.
You're trained monkeys, nothing else.
That's a
Like a chimpanzee's tea party watching you lot. But you're much less entertaining.
Tea party that we did.
Don't patronise me.
Yeah. Are you a member of the Tea Party by any chance?
Come in alone, we go out alone. Get your house.
That's assault, yeah?
Call the police.
You touched my property
Excuse me, that's
and you
assault.
did it deliberately.
Yes.
I'll see you in court. You want to act like morons? I'll see you in court.
I'll see you in court, darling.
This is supposed to be a place where you can speak out and show some degree of responsibility. It's not a circus.
I did, and you shot me down, so why should I do it?
Your version of dignity is not mine.
What's your version of dignity then?
Oh, here we go again. Look, I am not interested.
Here we go again.
You're not going to answer my question.
Show you,
What's the point in you saying
Because
that?
my right is to refuse.
Well, go on then.
I've told you time and again. I'm not here to account for myself. Why are you so stupid?
You must understand, she's a dictator.
Hold on,
Don't answer questions.
You're drowning in your own drivel and I won't. I come here to speak. Real words with real meaning, not just in time, but in eternity. And you can't handle it because you're in your little bunker called planet Earth. But it's your choice.
You want a job?
That's all I'm doing, holding you responsible for your choices. And you don't like that. That's why I keep having to account for myself if I would let you. You choose where you are. You choose your degree of understanding. You bear the responsibility. Nobody else.
You're totally mad. Barking mad.
But you're more men than women, you.
Yes, you're wearing trousers.
Still sad, insecure females, of course, looking for somebody to prop them up just the same. Nothing changes.
You must be
Ripping onto your ladder with as if it's a white knuckle ride.
Nothing I say is stupid except in your world. Nothing I am saying is stupid except to the one who is listening. Everything I say has a valid point, but you do not understand it. That is not my problem, that's yours.
You just be personal to people.
You are people, you're not pieces joined at the hip. You can't have it both ways. You get it uppity when I talk to you, and then you want to join together and come against me as a focus. Don't play your twisted games. Life is meant to be straight. And you don't play your twisted games where I am. You are meant to walk a straight way, not a crooked way. That's why in this country we talk about crooks. We talk about going straight and being straight. But most of you are so crooked, you can't even have a conversation without being crooked.
Straight in every way, yes?
Yes.
That's the intention. Life is straight.
I fancy putting a microphone on you. Are you bugged? I'd love to hear you in conversation.
How can you do anything but claim the responsibility for the moral cesspit that this society is
what is a moral
when you behave the way you do and put people as the most important aspect of society? And hang any kind of moral standards, any kind of straight ways, because you might offend some of the people. Then you are the destroyers of everything you claim to stand on.
Or right to the Prime Minister.
Yeah, you've no hair. Shut the fuck up.
Don't you ever say a word against her, yeah?
That's so rude. It's a place of free speech, not insult.
No, not for you.
Right,
Not for you.
Not free speech for you.
Diana Tender!
Excuse me, this is London, England. Free speech for the English, not any foreigner.
Are you not English? You're Irish.
No. And I'm not interested in what an Irishman thinks. The problem in the country is so many Irish in it.
You should know. I've never met anyone as Irish as you. You really got it off to her. Love it!
Bad dreams.
Only you Irish.
The best therapy I
not
guess
Irish.
ever given.
No, you would like me to be Irish because you think you've got the English right down where you like them. No, you haven't.
right,
You don't know the English. I do, because I'm one of them.
Why don't you speak English?
Any moron can speak the English language. You can buy a dictionary, go for elocution lessons, do anything except they're making the foreigners speaking good English.
Yeah.
The country's full of them.
Where did they come from?
Every race has its own language. The only one before God who has the right to speak the English language as the English race. That's what race is about. Language, physical appearance, homeland, and a responsibility to develop that to the highest and the best. That is another reason why you have no future, because you've jumped into a melting pot and you're just global nobodies who betrayed your own ancestry, your own homeland for what? To become what? Pale shadows of your version of British. It's a joke.
I see you're wearing your lipstick.
Nothing wrong with your eyesight,
No,
is
you
there?
did, Chris. No, nothing wrong with my ears either.
You're not even ashamed of your stupidity. That's the whole point.
Nobody's stupid.
If you can't take something in and examine yourself.
You're not saying anything! Every week you come and you say nothing.
To you.
No, to anyone.
No! You have never been humble enough to encounter anybody else's
There's nothing that you say for me to be humble to.
You turn on anybody who dares to agree with you.
No, anyone who's...
You do it. Exactly. He plays judge and jury out of ignorance because, like most of you are trapped in your brain cells and you want facts. And the idea of presenting you with something unseen and real is terrifying. That's why the intellectuals will always patronize and condescend, because they're dealing with their own fear of the unknown, and they are the biggest poison on earth.
You don't know.
And multitudes of you are deliberately putting yourself in the position of killing everything you are meant to look after, because you put your brain cells on a pedestal.
Who pays you? I want to know.
And your brain cells will disappear with your sad body.
Suffering Pakistan.
But the spirit within you, the lack of any light or morality, will live eternally with the consequences. And all the petty things you thought you had on this world, you'll wish you'd never been born.
Sorry, I missed it.
You intellectual people, you materialist people.
Everyone is intellectual.
If it weren't, you were so dangerous.
I bet if you were intellectual in your spare time.
How trapped in your own pathetic little insecurity.
By the way, pathetic is a Greek word.
Spouting your versions of facts and history.
Shouldn't use a Greek
drawing
word,
in
very
the vulnerable who are more stupid than you actually are.
I'm not stupid. I recognise
And society has been forced to actually give you position and money and importance.
You're very
but it's only for this sad world that you created it to be. It's got nothing to do with reality.
So what's your point? What's it just about?
Every word is my point. If you don't get it, that's not my point.
I don't get anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know what she... Oh, right, yeah.
Isn't it funny how it always manages to come back on me?
Well,
never
put yourself in it.
You're the one on a pair of ladders.
Oh yes, that's right. Always somebody else.
We're standing on the ground.
If you're trapped in bunker Earth, then how can you understand anything?
It gets funnier and funnier.
Which is the real world.
Bunker.
You're only passing
What
through
is
this
bunker
world.
Earth?
You're only temporary.
Is it a website?
And
Is it a pop group?
when the Almighty calls the spirit from your body, everything you fought and achieved or anything like that will go to the dust like the flesh you leave behind. And all that you have created yourself to be in the receiving of these things and the grabbing of these things will go into the spirit realm, and most of you in your godless, selfish, egotistical, materialistic ways will go into the darkness because you're trapped in the physical. We are human beings, not human havings, not human doings. And the last thing you know is how to be, because being means when you don't have to have anything. You are still being, but you're so busy trying to grab the trappings to make you feel good.
Let go of those stuff.
And it's why you're an insult to humanity. And it's only the grace of the Almighty that's warning you, because He knows much more than you do, just exactly what you're creating for yourself. And once it comes to you, there's no turning back. It's only in this world you can change your mind and your ways. Once you leave this physical realm, you